Hello, my loves. Sorry this has taken so long to come out. I actually recorded this like last week, but we had so much going on with the funeral and then the salon, then I was teaching. So yes, right, let's get on with my nails. Okay, this is the new gorgeous Doris. She's stunning. New cuticle tool. Obviously I'm going to be using Ethel as well. These are from Navy Professional. They've both got one wider side, one more narrow side. I'm going to be using my Alice tweezers as always, and my Helen nippers. I don't know why I showed you them twice. I've got no idea. I'm just trying to get organised. So I've removed all my old set, but there is some like yellow acrylic still here and there, so don't judge. It looks like my thumbnail's stained. Right, so I'm using this new Doris tool. Okay, so she is a cuticle tool, and she's got a kind of scoop on her that's really, really nice for gently pushing back those cuticles. Still removing some of the stuff from the nail, but I will go back in with Ethel. But I love the shape and the curvature of Doris for just that beautiful curve. I really, really like her. Really, really nice. I'll just show you a different angle. Hate doing my own nails, it's ever so cat-handed. But yeah, as you can see, she just tucks up there beautifully, and then I just changed to the smaller side for a smaller nail. And then I'll go back in with Ethel and just have a good scrape over there. Oh, dearie me. So how have you all been? Have you been well? Oh yeah, so here's Ethel. This is the smaller edge of Ethel. Ethel's got more of a chiseled edge, and she's great for kind of really getting in there and getting the dust and the skin out of the way. So Doris pushes it all back. Well, Ethel pushes it all back too, but I like Doris for pushing all the cuticle back because it's just the shape of the end, the way I just love it. Right, I'm using the bigger side of Ethel now because I've got a bigger space to work on. And it's basically just releasing any of that tissue, and then I'll go back in and kind of exfoliate it away. You can just remove it all with Ethel if you want. I just seem to have this little routine going where I do it a set way. Get stuck in habits, don't you? The main thing is to get it all off. And I'll go in with my little leaf file bit, have a little whiz around, and that's exfoliating those bits that I've just released. And then if they're still sort of attached, then I'll nip them. But a lot of the time, I've kind of lifted them up with Ethel or Doris, and then I'm able to exfoliate them away without any nipping. So yeah, if my nails look like lumpy bumpy, it's because I've still got acrylic on them. I haven't taken it all off. I didn't soak off. I do go in and file it as much as I possibly can off because I'm going to use some new tips. The plan was just to change the shape on my yellow extensions, and then I just filed them too thin. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Sorry, I apologise. Right, these are my Helen nippers. And I'm literally just going in to see if there's any little bits here and there. All of my Navy Professional the link and everything's in the description box as always. I must admit, I do feel like I've got my nail prep game on now. I do feel very confident, and I've developed a nice routine, and I like that. She kind of just gets straight on with it. See, just a couple of little bits. I love the shape of these nippers at the end. They kind of, the way they go in just makes it so easy to tuck them in. Right, now look, these tips. I bought these as a kind of tester from Diamond Nail Supplies. And I don't know if they're available on the website yet, but I just asked if they had any, and she said, oh yes, I've got some, would you like to see if you like them? And I said, yeah, I'll buy them from you. So I do like them actually, because they've got a good C curve already. I know they're bringing out the clear ones, it's just all they had at the moment at that time was the natural ones. But I know they've already got a C curve, but I actually changed the shape of them and then just gave them a little pinch myself because I'd obviously changed the shape. But look, they're so easy to work with. Sorry about my wonky index finger, it curves it over. So as always, I'm using Diamond Nail Supplies Clarity for this actually. So I'm going to build the whole set in Clarity. So I'm just going to wipe over the nails with the prep spray on a lint-free pad, and then I'm going to go in with the acid primer, or you can use their primer pen. Got my fave brush, my Glitter Planet Aqua brush. This is like the original aqua brush I've still got. I thought I'd ruined it. I know I've got a little bit of product on the handle, so it's gone a bit cloudy, but I thought I'd ruined the brush actually, but I hadn't. I saved it, so she's still going. Right. No, I think when I filmed my pinky it was completely out of shot, so we're just going straight on with the ring finger. So I'm placing the bead on, and I'm using my brush to tuck it right in, and then just dragging that first bead down. And I change the angle of my brush as I work through the nail. I think that's the key really. So then I'm going to go in with the second bead. And this bead's going to be more building the actual nail, so I'm going to tuck it in again. Not too worried about getting it super close to the cuticle because I've got my first bead down. Tuck it in around those sides, make sure it doesn't run, and then start working it down the nail. If your bead starts to get a bit dry, just reload your brush with monomer, not flooding the nail, but get some more monomer on your brush and you'll feed that bead again. Then just going to place a bead here, work it round, and then feather it back into the first bead. I'm going to build all these nails in clear, and I could have just fast forwarded it, but I thought, well no, because when we start doing acrylics, this is our bread and butter, building nails out of clear. That is what we do until we become confident with that, and then we go on to design work. So I've looked at my nail from the side and I've noticed there's a dip where one product, you know, ran out and the other one started. So I'm going to add another bead, and I'm going to, first thing I'll do is feather it back straight away, and then just start working it down the nail. Now I'll make sure my brush is not sopping wet at this time, because otherwise your bead's just going to be overfed with monomer and it's going to run everywhere. Right, on to the next nail. Same sort of thing, first bead on, tuck it in. Just making sure it's nice and smooth. And then I'll go in with my next bead. Placing that bead on, tucking it in, and then feathering it down the nail. And then I'm going to use a range of like patting motion, patting and slightly dragging. You don't want to splurge it. I think for me, I use more gentle motions, gentle and repetitive, rather than being too forceful. So I'm going left to right, and just walking that product down the nail, using the little bit of monomer left in my brush to keep that bead moving right to the tip. And then I'm like, yes, I like it, I'm happy. On to the next nail. Are you bored yet? I'm sorry if you are, but it's all useful information, you know. So first bead on, and that's literally just getting it nice and neat, giving it a bit of a coverage. I could have just placed one bead on and built the whole thing, but this is just how I work. Well, I think we all develop our own little techniques over time. I don't like huge beads. I don't know why. Just don't. Okay, so placing that bead on, tucking it in. And then just going to work it down the nail, same as before. Just getting that cuticle area nice and neat before I concentrate on the rest. And again here, you're really using the belly of your brush to work that bead, because that's where your brush is at its strongest. Well, this bead was actually a bit long, and I was like, oh mama, so I'm just patting it and then I'm going to blend it back. Use that to help build a bit of the shape. Using my thumb to pull that skin back on the sidewall there, just so I could tuck my brush in. Onto my thumb that has a yellow stain on it. Well, it hasn't got, it's still got a bit of yellow acrylic on it, but it doesn't matter because it's being covered anyway. So tucking that bead in and taking it through the nail. The thumb that I'm holding my brush in that hand, the side of that thumb, I caught it right near the actual skin. I was probably quite lucky, but it's taken like a little chunk out, and I thought, do you know what, I've just done them, I just can't be bothered. So I didn't bother fixing it because I could not be asked. Right, tucking that bead in, and then I'm going to start using the belly of my brush to move that bead down the nail. And don't be worried if you need to use more than one bead. I just go with the flow. Sometimes I might pick up an alright bead, other times it'll be a bit small. Doesn't matter. Unless you're pinching and you need, or you're like putting netting in and you need consistency with setting time, it really doesn't matter. So don't stress. See, I've got a little bit missing at the tip there, so I'm just going to place a bead on. And then just tease it over each side and feather it back. No stress, hey honey. Don't know why I just did that. Okay, so we're filed in. There we go. Really happy with those. Love them. I'm going to use some Madame Glam. This beautiful colour is called Workaholic. I have got a code for Madame Glam. I know. Well, impressed me. I've got a few more actually. I need to go and collect them because I wasn't in when they arrived. So I'll do 2 coats of Madame Glam. I'll show you the first coat in real time, and the first nail I mean in real time. Just to show you how incredibly slow I am. I'm careful, that's what it is. I'm taking time, I'm being careful. It's quite hard doing your own nails actually. Just wanted to get it a bit closer. I was like, oh, I've got a bit of a gap there, I'm just going to try and get that as close as I can. And then I thought, well, Sarah, you're making a bit of a mess there, so I got my brush with a bit of prep spray and just cleaned up. So I did the same on all the nails. I've sped this one up now, I think. Yeah, I have. It's quite handy to have a little brush around, isn't it? Just with a bit of a prep spray or isopropyl alcohol or... Just checking it. And once I've finished, they'll go in my lamp for 60 seconds. That's an LED lamp. Okay, I'm going to put a second coat on. And then we'll get onto the bling bling and the spider gel. Okay, in with top coat. Obviously I've cured them for 60 seconds before I've applied the top coat. Would be helpful. Okay, in the lamp, and then I'm using Glitterarty's Spider Gel in white, and I'm going to do something different. I've not done this before. I'm going to kind of drizzle it on the nail, like in a random drizzly artsy thing. So I had no plan, I just kind of let it fall around wherever it wanted to go. I was quite happy with that. I liked it, it's different. Then I'm going to just buff the shine off with this nail and we're going to bling it up. Because you know, I love my bling. Right, let's take the dust off. Okie dokie. These are from Angel Crystals. They are like a rose gold chrome Swarovski. They are stunning. And I'm using my Alice tweezers, and I'm using the new Angel Crystals crystal glue, as well as this Ugly Duckling Stick It, which I use for the pointy backs because it's like a thick gel. So what I'm going to do is 3 pointy backs together, but I'll always secure the first 2 first so that the gel can be cured easily, because otherwise if I completely cover it then I'm worried that it won't cure properly. So I'll cure that one, and then I'll go in with some more Stick It. There you go, and put the third one in, and then I'll get that back in the lamp again. And then we're going in with the crystal adhesive from Angel Crystals. And I've had these on for a week now, and I've been doing the salon, as you've seen. If you watch Instagram, we've been doing so much, and I've not lost a single of my flat backs, including this big one. And I did not seal it with any like hard gel or anything. So yes, I vouch for that crystal adhesive from Angel Crystals for sure. Look at that. I've had these for ages, and I've been waiting for the right set to use them on. If it's easier for you guys, I can create individual product links to these so that you can just click the link to actually get the product. So I'll try and do that today and get it in when the video's on, when I upload the video. Look how cute they are. Oh my god, I love that. I still love them now, they're so shiny. I did actually go in afterwards and do a couple of little ones on the index finger and pinky, as you can see. But that's that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Tally bye!